Hey guys, Miss Fisher here. It is currently 10:30 at night on Wednesday, and when you're watching this video, it will be Thursday, and I will not be having a live meeting today. But I did want to record a quick little lesson so that we don't fall behind. We've been working really hard this week, and we want to keep that up, even though I won't be there. So I am going to just take us through our regular routine. And so let's go ahead and look here. So today is Thursday and it is March 11th. And what we're going to work on today is we are actually going to focus on this reading comprehension. And so, we are going to read one more persuasive article and talk about author's point of view. And our objectives say I will be able to identify the author's point of view in a persuasive article. And you will have one assignment that you will be working on. Okay? Here is just a recap of our vocabulary words. So we had the word agricultural, which has to do with farming, and that connected to our stories that we read this week. Then we had declined, which means to go down, to go smaller, to grow weaker in numbers. So we talked about how the bee population has declined. A disorder is a sickness or an ailment. So in our bee story, we read about how the bees get this colony disorder where the bees are actually dying off. Then we have the word identify. So you are able to tell what something is, you identify it. Probable means something that is going to happen or that's likely going to happen. Thrive. So if you are thriving, you are successful, you are strong, you are doing very well. Unexpected means you did not plan for it, it was not predicted, you did not know it was going to happen. And then we had widespread, which we talked about things like COVID-19 has been something that's widespread. It happened over a large area and it affected a lot of people. And like we know, we've been working on persuasive articles. We know that a persuasive article has a purpose, and its purpose is to persuade the reader to support a certain idea. And they do this by giving facts and evidence that back up their opinions, just like we do in our persuasive writing. And we know we're going to see a lot of text features such as charts and headings and graphs and photographs and captions. Okay, so that's all what a persuasive article does. And then we looked at point of view, and so this is going to be the author's opinion. So how does the author feel, or what is their position on a certain topic? And so we can find different word choices, reasons, and evidence in our text to help us locate or find author's point of view. And so we're going to practice that skill all together here. All right, so I'm going to switch on over to this screen. Hopefully you can see it. And we have some directions. It says in a persuasive article, the author's point of view is the author's position on a topic. We're going to read two passages and look at the author's word choices, reasons, and evidence to identify how each author feels. Okay? So this first text is called, What is the Future of the Rainforests? And so it looks like we're given our point of view. It says rainforests support people. People must make economic use of the rainforests. Remember, economic means money. The removal of rainforest trees has some negative consequences, but it is necessary for the survival of people and national economies. Therefore, it is not practical or desirable to try to stop the cutting of all rainforest trees. A better plan is to make economic use of rainforests. Farming in the rainforest. So that's a text feature called a heading that lets us know we're moving on to something new. In most cases, when part of a rainforest is cut down, subsistence agriculture takes its place. Subsistence agriculture is farming or ranching that produces only enough for a family to meet its everyday needs. The families need these farms or ranches in order to survive. Commercial use of rainforests. Commercial activities also play a role in the use of rainforest land. Lumber from rainforest trees is used to make furniture, flooring, and paper. Many countries buy beef that comes from cattle ranchers on former rainforest land. Other rainforest land is converted to farms that grow coffee, soybeans, and palm trees. Oil from those palm trees can be used to make biofuels. Companies build roads through the rainforest to transport goods to and from the farms. These businesses often play necessary roles in their countries. Without them, their countries' economies would suffer. So it's saying in the areas that they cut down the trees, they turn the land, the empty land, because all the trees are gone, they turn that land into commercial use. So now it has a new purpose. Rainforest loss can be controlled. The loss of rainforest trees does threaten wildlife habitats and the quality of the soil. But a complete halt to rainforest cutting would create other serious problems. A more sensible goal is to manage the use of rainforest land so that the negative outcomes are limited. Okay, now we're going to get the second point of view. So we're going to get the counterpoint or the opposite point of view. And this says the world needs rainforests. People must preserve the rainforest for the sake of the environment. Save the trees. Each day, thousands of acres of rainforest are destroyed in the name of progress. Cutting down the rainforest benefits some economies, but it does long-term damage to the planet. So we can even tell we have a new author who has a new point of view. Rainforests and biodiversity. Most of Earth's plants and animal species reside in forests. As trees are cut down, these species lose their habitats. Some species cannot survive that habitat loss and become extinct. Species loss decreases Earth's biodiversity or variety of life. Science has shown that the survival of life depends on biodiversity. Earth's water cycle and rainforests. The rainforests play a key part in the water cycle. Rainforest plants release water vapors into the atmosphere. That water vapor turns into rain. As the rainforests disappear, less water vapor is released. This loss can change global rainfall patterns. Rainforests affect the air we breathe. So we have another title. We're moving on to a new reason. We're moving on to a new section. Rainforest loss affects the climates in other way too. The trees in a rainforest help us breathe by releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. They also clean the air by absorbing greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases feed global warming. Destroying rainforest increases global warming by adding greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. Thinking globally. Nations must look beyond local needs and adopt a global perspective. We need to preserve the rainforest for the benefit of all. And then we have a lovely picture, so green. You can find that in the rainforest. So we have two different points of views. One is saying that yes, we need to cut down the trees and then do something with the land. And the other point of view is like, no, do not cut down the trees. It harms the environment. So I have 5 minutes left of recording. So I'm going to try to go through these questions. Now, if you made it to this point, you will see in my message that I said that there was a secret code. So here is your secret code. Your secret code is chicken noodle soup. And so I will know that you watched my video because when we have a live meeting on Friday, I'm going to ask for the secret code and you're going to say chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup. Okay, so don't forget. All right, moving forward. Number 1. Which detail from the first passage, rainforests support people, is a clue to the author's point of view? So we're going to scroll back up to the beginning, and so we're looking for a clue. How do we know what the author feels? How do we know their opinion? So the first one says, therefore, it is not practical or desirable to try to stop the cutting of all rainforest trees. So in this quote, I feel like I can see the author's point of view that they don't think that we should stop cutting the rainforest trees down. So that does give me a point of view. I'm going to keep reading though. The removal of rainforest trees has some negative consequences. That gives me a point of view, but I remember that this first author thinks that we should cut down trees and then use the land. So I don't think that fits with what the author thinks. Then the last one says, in most cases, when part of a rainforest is cut down, subsistence agriculture takes its place. That sounds more like a detail that doesn't really tell me the point of view. It sounds like a detail. So I'm going to go with number 1. Let's see if it's correct. Oh.
Fantastic!
Woohoo! Look at us. We are smart cookies. We have big brains. I know all of you got A as well. All right, next one. How do the titles and headings in rainforests support people provide a clue to the author's point of view? So remember, this is a text feature, so we have to figure out how does it help us? What do these subtitles do? So number 1, the titles and headings indicate that people and businesses must protect the rainforest. Let's see if that's what they say. Rainforest and biodiversity, Earth's water cycle and rainforests. Rainforests affect the air we breathe, thinking globally. Okay, let's look at number 2. The titles and headings indicate that people and businesses use and rely on rainforests. I don't think it's talking about people. I feel like it's talking more about the earth. So I don't think number 2 works. Number 3, the titles and headings indicate that people and businesses do not care about the rainforests. I don't think that's what these subtitles tell me. I think that they indicate that people and businesses must protect the rainforests.
That's not correct. Try again.
Oh my gosh, was I reading the wrong section? You guys, Miss Fisher made a mistake. Everybody does it. That's fine. I need to go back and reread the question. I did something wrong. How do titles and headings in rainforest support people? Oh my goodness, I was looking at the wrong part of the text. See, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days, and today's my day. So, I'm going to redo the question. So now I need to look at these headings. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so not really. I'm not embarrassed. Everybody does this. It's totally natural. So rainforests support people, farming in the rainforest, commercial use of rainforests. So I think I have a pretty good idea that if I'm looking at the first point of view, that the best option that's going to work is that they indicate that people and businesses use and rely on the rainforests. Yep, and so that's why we have to always reread and double check our question, or you'll end up like me. Okay, I have 30 seconds. Using the details from the passage, what is the author's point of view about rainforests and rainforest support people? The author believes that it is necessary to cut down some rainforest trees for the survival of people and national economies. That sounds right. Let me make sure. The author believes people need to preserve rainforests, or people believe neither important nor beneficial. Yeah, I'm going to go with my first answer.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, well, that's all I have time for today. This is about to cut off. I hope you learned something. Remember chicken noodle soup. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. and I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Bye.